Welcome back to Monetize with Marcus podcast. In today's episode, I'm going to answer that question that every business owner is asking. How does a customer or client decide who they work with and how much they're willing to pay? It's a secret that I think most people miss, but I finally got the answer, and I'm going to share it with you in today's episode. I'm on a mission to teach coaches and entrepreneurs how to make more, work less, hire their funnel, and let the funnel do the work. If you're ready, join me on Monetize with Marcus podcast. So, in today's episode, let's unpack not from a business owner perspective, but from a customer or client perspective. How do they come to the decision of who they choose to work with and how much they pay, when they pay? Like, what's that decision-making process? I'll be honest. I snuck into the meeting. They were all the cheap people were meeting together, and they were rallying together, and they were talking about people like you and I who planned on marketing online. They was like, they're going to post content online, they're going to go live, they're going to run ads, and they were all had their picket signs, and they said, hey, we're going to boycott. No more shopping, no more shopping, no more buying from influencers online. And I was like, hey, excuse me, do you mind if I speak? And they was like, yeah, you get a second, go ahead. And I began to ask questions and say, hey, so why don't y'all want to buy online? They said, because we're tired of people that are just marketing their lifestyle and how much they made, but not helping us make any money. I was like, okay, that's a valid point. I get it. I said, what about you? He said, well, the price is too much and I don't know what I'm getting. I'm up late at night on my phone, and before I know it, I've bought something. It's not them, it's me and my impulse buying. And then I feel regretful that I paid this money. I was like, what about you? And the next person talked about courses that they took and things of that nature. And I was like, so if you don't mind me asking, and here's the questions I asked, I'm going to answer for you. Now I'm making this whole thing up. Somebody was like, really? There's a meeting? How do I get invited? I'm lying. There's no real meeting. This is make-believe. It's next door to this imaginary place on the Yellow Brick Road, okay? Somebody was really going to DM me, hey, man, I want to know if you can invite me to that next meeting. Okay. Here's the real reality. When people are making buying decisions, there's a few questions we got to ask ourselves, and I'm going to unpack it for you. There's phases emotionally that a person goes through, but I'm going to give you the biggest secret. You ready? Write this down. How people decide who they buy from and how much they're willing to pay is something known as the 70-30 rule. 70-30. 70-30. 70-30. Write it down. What are you doing? If you're watching this on YouTube, I don't know if you're laying in your bed, you cuddled up with your girl, you're like, baby, can you grab my phone? Come on, bro. I know your phone face down. You like, if she look at it, okay, I ain't gonna tell on it. I ain't gonna tell. Just post in the private Black Men Don't Cheat Facebook group. I got you, bro. So 70-30, 70-30. What's the 70-30 rule? 70-30 rule is simply this. People make decisions. When it comes to a buying decision, 70% is emotional. Only 30% is intellectual or logical. 70% of buying decisions is emotional. Only 30% is logical or intellectual. Okay, for the person in the back, you English, you not math. You like carry the one, minus two, an adjective, an adverb. All right, 70%. Uh-oh. All right, microphone, you okay? You all right? 70%. is emotional, 30% is intellectual. Now, if people are making decisions, only 30% of their decision-making process is logical and intellectual, most people, when they're marketing to get someone to buy, is trying to get it with facts and figures. Well, that's logical. That's not emotional. There's nothing sexy about numbers. There's nothing sexy about, you'll get a 30% faster rate, 2 cubic inch bytes. Like when I go to tech, that's how I feel like tech people talk to me. I asked the guy, I was in Best Buy, I said, hey, man, I'm thinking about getting another laptop. What's the difference between this one and that one? Oh, how many frames you get in millimeters per second. And I'm like, say what? So when I pressed the button, how fast it worked? I don't know what he was talking. So he's trying to get me to spend $600 more through logic that I don't understand. Oh, this one right here, see, you'll get a larger bandwidth speed. And I was like, what does that mean? Color? No, the color's about the same. What does that mean? Speed? He said, oh, when things load, I said, wouldn't that be my internet? Yeah. So what would I get? He just kept going in this logical train of thought that I couldn't justify $600 to whatever gibberish he's explaining. Now, had he spoke to me on an emotional level and started talking about the things that I do. So tell me what line of work you're in. Oh, I do digital marketing. I help my clients, entrepreneurs and coaches, create digital products, courses, and programs. and automate into, oh, so you do a lot on your laptop. Yeah, I build funnels. I build courses for them, automation. Oh, wow. So content creation. Yeah. Oh, this is great for content creation. The picture, the color, the sound. That emotionally would have got me. It would have made sense. So here's what I'm telling you. Most of what people are doing wrong and how people come to the decision of what they buy, it's an emotional decision that makes a person stand in line to buy something they don't need. You know what decisions are not emotional? Buying toothpaste. I know I need it. I don't need logic or emotion. It has to be bought. I don't have to think about buying this detergent, or if you're married and your wife say, babe, hey, babe. You know, every man, when he get in a relationship, new name is babe. You know, you're in a room full of all men, you hear babe, huh? Oh, not me, babe 2. So, babe 3, babe 4, babe 5. Hey, babe. So, if this is the case, how does a person come to the decision of who they buy from? Here's the process that they're going through in their head. So when you think about trash bags, things of that nature, that I don't need emotion for that. I know I need a trash bag. But things that a person don't have to have, like courses, products, services, ebooks, whatever that looks like, they're going to think through that, but they're going to connect to it emotionally. So here's the process. Do you want to know when I invade, that imaginary meeting I told you about, that they were meeting about? They told me these are the steps they go through before they purchase. Customers and clients, this is how they decide who they're buying from. You ready? First one, the first emotion they feel, it turns itself into a question. If you ever noticed, I'm probably going a little too deep for a podcast, but this your boy giving you the game. I'm your new business professor. Some of y'all getting an F. Okay, so check this out. Most of the decisions, and when you're processing something, you're thinking through a decision based on questions. Man, which way do I want to go today? Man, what do I want to wear? Man, is it cold outside? You come to decisions based on questions. That's why questions is one of the greatest forms of marketing. So the first thing that a person does is they ask themselves the internal question. They don't ask it aloud. They don't hear themselves say it. I think I'm feeling you. What does that mean? I know what I want to purchase, but let's just say I'm going to buy ketchup. I'm going to buy ketchup, but how do I decide whether I buy Heinz or whether I buy Great Value? That's an emotional decision. So now I think I'm feeling it. I think I feel this emotion, this feeling. You connect it to the 70%. The first question is, I think I'm feeling it. I feel like this will work. I feel like this will be a good idea. Man, I feel like this could grow my brand. That's that first emotion. It goes from, this is the buyer. They're going from, I think I'm feeling it, or feeling you, to tell me more about it. Now, make sense of what I'm feeling. I think I'm feeling it. Tell me more about it. That's number 2. Like, hey, so I've got this, such, and such, this, and this that can do this, and this. I think I'm feeling it. Tell me more about it. They want the details. Then the next thing they're thinking is, make it make sense. Like, make the purchase make sense to me of how I can use this. If it's an infomercial online and they're trying to sell you a blender, you're like, but I got a blender. I think I'm feeling this. These gadgets, tell me more about it. Yeah, it does multiple speeds. It's able to do blah, 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 blah. Make it make sense why I need this versus the one I have. And if you can make it make sense, we just dug deeper emotionally. I'm moving closer to, where's my wallet? Hey, babe. Guess what the fourth question is? How much does it cost? See, this make or breaks the sale. You're just moving them through the emotional spectrum. You've never heard anybody teach you about the emotional spectrum of a buyer, have you? How much does it cost? Now, people don't have a hard time spending, which camera am I looking at? This is the quote of the day. People don't have a hard time spending money. People have a hard time assessing value. They don't have a hard time spending money. They have a hard time assessing value. See, people will spend money on anything. The same person that don't have $100 for a conference will have $100 for a dinner. Same person that don't have $1,000 for a course will have $1,000 for a cell phone. The same person that don't have $10,000 for a program has $10,000 for a car. So it's not spending money, it's assessing the value. So when people ask how much does it cost, they're not looking for the price, they're listening for the value. So if you can create what I call price value contrast, this is how much it costs, but this is how much it's worth. Now, I'm not talking about that cheap marketing of having a price and marking the X to it. People caught on to you, the gig is up. At the meeting, they said they was tired of that. They was like, we know it's not regular price is this, but for you, my friend, they was like, we know the gig is up. So when they ask how much does it cost, they're really looking for an emotional connection to how I can get the value of this. I'm thinking about telling y'all my secret strategy in another video of what I do to overcome how much does it cost. But here's that last question, and here's where scarcity comes in your marketing. How long do I have to decide? Well, let me just think about it and come back. How long will this be on sale? So I don't want to wait until they ask me that. I'm going to now incentivize them in my marketing and explain to them they do not have long to choose. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you got a full masterclass on how customers decide how much they pay and who they work with. This is another episode of Monetize Markets. I hope that I've accomplished my goal of giving you extreme value that you can use to not just listen, but to learn and to execute to help you make money online. If I can help you in any way, please make sure you follow me on social media at Marcus, the letter Y, Rosier, Marcus Y. Rosier. I'll see you in the next episode.